Hi friends, welcome back. I am Vikas from learndreamskill.com and today we are going to learn more basics about the Excel. So let me start that. So first thing which I want to tell you about the alignment of the data in the cells. So whenever we type the numeric data in the Excel cell, so just for example I am just adding some numeric value here. So as soon as you press the enter button, data goes towards the right, which means that it is the right aligned data. So just be aware about that. Whatever is the numeric type data in the Excel, that by default that data becomes right aligned. And whenever we type the numeric value, just for example I am just typing in my name, so all the character data is left aligned in the Excel, and all the error type of values are center aligned in the Excel. So you can see here, this is the NA not available error. uh, so it is center aligned, and you can see here, it is the numeric value, character value, and it is the left aligned, and the numeric value is the right aligned. So whenever we type the date, so just for example if you want to add the today's date, so you can just press Ctrl and the semicolon button, so it will be typed here. So and if you want to add the current time, so you will have to press Shift Ctrl and the semicolon button here, so current time will be added to the cell. So if we, let me increase the width of the cell, so you can see that date and time also are right aligned here in the Excel, because date and time values are nothing but those are also the numeric values in Excel. So mainly I would say that there are four types of data which we can just add or we can save to the Excel. So first one is the character type of data. Second one is the error values. Third one is the numeric values, so numeric values. And fourth one I would say blank values. And there is a one more type of data, or I would not say that data, that's why I am saying that four type of data. There is a fifth type of objects are there in the Excel which we can add to the Excel, but those things we don't add to the cell itself. Like we are just adding data here and we are just saving the numeric values. So those are the objects, and those objects are the charts, symbols, like this. So now let me explain about the date and the time value. So let's first start about the dates. So dates are nothing but dates are the numeric values in the Excel. So whenever we add some dates to the Excel cell, so Excel assume those dates as the count of days from the 1st Jan 1900, which means that first is the date, Jan is the month, 1900 is the year. So you can see here, this is the date value which I have added here. Now let me add today's date as well. So just for example, today is 19th August 2015. So now this date also have been added to here, but now let me show you that how you can come to know, or you can see that this is the number of count of days from the 19th of 1st Jan 1900 year. So whenever you want to see that, so let me first copy this here below, and then you can just change those date values as a number from the home ribbon and here in the number format. So just change this to date. So you can see here, like when we added 1st Jan and 1900 year, so it is the 1, and this 19th August 2015 is the number of days from this date. So you can see here it is 42,235. Now let me add 2 here, and just for example, if I want to see this 2 as date, so what it will become? It will become 2nd Jan 1900. So let me change this as a date. So you can see that it is now 2nd Jan 2000, and we can just paste the same format here. So you can see it is 2nd Jan 1900, and if I will just add the 365, so it will be the 31st December 1900. So let me copy this format and paste it here and change this. So it is the 30th December, because there will be 29 days in the February. So just for example, if we add the 29th Feb and 1900, and we can just change it to the, so it is the 60. So dates are nothing but dates are count of days from 1st Jan 1900, and you can add today's date to the active cell by pressing the Control plus colon key together. And if you want to add, so let me add this, and current time by pressing Control Shift plus key together. Let me save this, otherwise by mistake I will close it out. now we are aware about the dates, how dates are added to the Excel. So mainly I would say that date and time is nothing but those are the numeric values, and we format those values as a date and time as per our requirement. Or we can say this also, that whenever we add some date and the numeric values to the Excel, so those values internally Excel save as a numeric values, but we can format those values to see as a date and time value. Now let's discuss about the time value. So you will be aware, or you must be aware about that. So there are 24 hours in a day. So whenever we type the 11:59 and 59 p.m. So what does that mean? This is the last time of any day, and if we change this value as a numeric value, so you can see that this value will be converted to the 1, because when we add the maximum, or we can say last hour, minute and second of the day, Excel consider that as a 1. Or you can consider like this as well, one day is considered as a 1 in Excel. So just for example, if we will add 0.5, so this will be converted to the 12th hour, 12th p.m. of the day. So let me change this to the, so you can see here. So just for example, if you want to add 6 p.m., so you can just add 0.25, which is the quarter of day, and this will be changed to the 6 a.m. in the morning, because time starts from the 12 a.m. in the night. So these things I am just telling you, because if you are not aware about these things and you are going ahead to learn Excel, then you can face any issue in the future, and then you will not be able to understand what issue is going on. And if you aware about these things, then you will be easily able to rectify the issue. Then you will feel that, or you will be proud of you that you know everything. So this is the basic thing which I think that everybody should be aware about when they are starting learning the Excel. So now we are aware about the date and time both. So you can you know that whenever we add the date, so date is nothing but it is the count of days from the 1st Jan 1900. So just for example, if you add -1 and you change this to date, so it will go infinity, because Excel does not support this, and Excel does not support this because by default Excel assume that you will not be using, or you will not be adding the dates before the 1st Jan 1900, because whenever we work in the Excel, so mainly, just for example, if you are starting adding the data to Excel today, so either you will start add the today's date, or there can be scenario that you will add 2 year, 3 year, 10 year, 100 year back date, but there will not be issue, or there will not be any scenario that you will be adding the dates backward or back from the 1st Jan 1900. But now you will think that how come I'll not add the dates before 19th hundred year? Because just for example, if you are working on a company's data and that company got started in 18th hundred year, so obviously you will be adding the 18th hundred date there. Then excel will, if excel will not support that date, so how you will just perform your calculation? Then you will see that excel is a waste. But here we are having some more options, so we can use excel vba, which is the visual basic application for the excel. So we can just do the programming to handle those dates, and we do have some more advanced options in excel as well to handle those dates. Those things I will explain later in the advanced videos, but so far you should be aware that by default you cannot handle the dates before the 1st Jan 1900 year. So you will see nothing if you will just format the negative values as a date. Now let me tell you one more thing about the time. So whenever you should be aware about one thing which is important as per me. So there are 86,400 seconds in a day. And how we can just calculate it? We can calculate like we are having 60 seconds in 60 minutes and 24 hours, because there are 24 hours in each day and there are 60 minutes in each hour and there are 60 seconds in each minutes. So by doing this calculation you can just get the number of seconds in a day. So you should be aware about this thing as well. Whenever we will be going ahead and we will be learning, or we will be learning the more advanced things, and we will be developing the dashboards of the excel, so we will be requiring this thing or number of second. So you should be aware about that. So you can see that we got the number of second in a day. So I would say that number of seconds into number of minutes into number of hours in a day. So this is the formula to calculate the number of seconds in each day. Now one more thing which I want to tell you, there is one more type of data which we can add to the excel, and it is nothing but it is the formula. So formula is nothing but formula we use to calculate the things based on the current data. Just for example, if you are having the spent, so just for example you bought some pen and some laptop and some mobile, and these are the, here we are having the prices. So if you want to just sum up the total which you spend, so you can just add the sum function here to get the total, and you can just add total here. So here it is the type of formula here, so we can add the formula also to the excel cells. And whenever we want to add the formula, so we start with the equals to sign, then we type the formula name, then we start the brackets, then we give the parameters or the range to the excel formula which we are using. So I think you will be aware or you can remember that if we are referring to the single cell, that is called the cell. We can say range as well, but that is called the single cell. And when we are referring to the multiple cells, or we can say combination of the multiple cells, that is called the range. And we can refer any cell with the column and the row. So first we will say the column name, then we will say the row name. So cell is nothing but it is the intersection of the column and row. So you can see here it is the intersection of a column and two row. So we can say that it is the A2 cell. And if we want to refer or we want to give multiple cell reference, so we can just give the starting cell reference, then colon, then we can give the ending cell reference. So just for example, if we want to refer cells from A1 to A10, so we can just give A1 then colon A10. So this will refer to the A1 to A1 cells. So you can see if we are just adding the equals to sign before this range, so it is just referring to that cell, but it will give the value error because we have not added any formula here. So we can just give formula here to this reference, cell reference. So it will just try to sum up the formula and it is giving 1 because we have nothing in the range which we have given to this sum formula here. So I would add here. So just for example, if I will add anything, any value here, so it will keep adding the values. So some function is calculating the values automatically here. So you can see this is the benefit of Excel. So you can change any value, it will calculate automatically. Here. Now you should be aware about this thing as well. Now let me tell you, or let me repeat one more thing. This text area, or we can say text box, you can see here white area, it is called the formula bar. So whenever we select any cell, we can see contents of that cell here in the formula bar. And these headers, row and column headers, are nothing but these are called the headings in the Excel. So these are the headings of columns and these are the headings of the row here in the Excel. Now let's discuss quickly about the menus. So now I will introduce you to the all the menus, like which menu, or best thing to say is the ribbon, because these are the ribbons, which ribbon contain votes. So I will start from the file. So it is the menu here. So you can see that it is having the save, open, close option, and it is having some options which we can add, or we can just get the advanced things of the Excel by using those options. You can see here we are having various options here: general options, formula, proofing, save, language, advanced setting. So I will explain these options you later in the next videos. So in the file we are having some options, and in the home ribbon we are having some basic things of the Excel which we perform. Like you can see here we are having the conditional formatting. Just for example, if you want to conditionally format data to make that more visible, so that the viewer of that data can have the clear look about that specially formatted data, so we can use the conditional formatting here. You can see some options here in the alignment, so we can do alignment here. So mainly in each of the ribbon you will see the sections about the functions. So like it is the clipboard, so it will be here we can choose options related to the clipboard, and here you can see the font. So we can just perform the font formatting from here in the font and home menu, home ribbon. And here you can see it is the alignment section. So we can just align the data which we are having in the Excel using the options here which are there in the alignment. So same we are having number, so we can just format the values which are there in the cell. And this is the style, so we are having some styling of the data. So we can just do the styling of data which we are having in our Excel. So here we are having something like we are having some operations related to the insert, delete and format. So if we want to add some rows or we want to insert some cell, so we can use this option. Or if we want to just delete some rows and column, we can use this option from here, the cells. And same thing we are having format, and here we are having option to editing, related to the editing. So when we go to the insert menu, here you will see that we are having pivot, table, picture, clip art, and you will see various type of charts here in the chart section. So you can see sparkline section, filter section, link section, text section, symbol section. So just for example, if you want to add some object, so we can go to the insert menu and we can use any option as per our requirement, and we will learn each of the things one by one as soon as we will go ahead. And when we go to the page layout ribbon, so here we can just do the page layout setting, like we can just change the orientation from portrait to the landscape. We can just set the margin for the printing. We can choose any printing setting from here. We can choose the page which we want to use in the while printing the Excel sheet. We can just add any background to the Excel, and we can just scale up the things. You can see I told you in the first video, these lines, shaded lines here, so these are called the grid lines. So just for example, if I will click here the view, so you can see that grid lines are gone. And if I will just check this, so grid lines are back. And you can see that if we can just show and hide the headers as well, this column and row headers from this option. So same we are having various options here to arrange as well. And if we go to the formula, so we are having n number of formulas in Excel to perform the text related logical. We have option for formulas related to the date and time. We have formulas for the uh, calculation. We have formula for financial calculation, mathematic calculation. And same thing you can see here, we are having some defined names as well. So we can just give the name to any range as well. So right now you will think that or I think you will forget some things, because you are not aware and you just started learning. But what I just want to tell you is the simple thing, like which thing is there in which ribbon. Then we will go to the data. So here we can just do more with the data. So we can just sort the data, we can just remove duplicate, we can consolidate, we can do some analysis using what if analysis option here from the data menu. We can add some validation to the data. Just for example, somebody can note, if we are just for example, if we are adding the date and the age value, so we can just add any check to the cell that nobody can add the dates less than 10 years. So this is called the validation, because at the time of entering data to the Excel, we are just validating the data and we are forcing user to add the valid data, which is the right data. Just for example, if you want to save some mobile number there in the your Excel, let me show some example. So just for example, here you are saving name and age and the mobile number. So here somebody is adding name here and Mike, and in age by default, or I would say that by mistake somebody can add the character values, but it is not possible because character value is not possible for the age value, because age can be in numeric values only. And same thing goes with the mobile number as well. Somebody can type something like this as well, and somebody can type long series here, while if you will see this mobile number cannot have this number of digits, because it is not possible. Like no service provider provide the mobile number like this, so it is the garbage value, and mainly you are not getting the right data which you are looking for. So what you can do, you can just force user to add the accurate mobile number, where you will just add the validation here. Neither you can just add the character value, and mobile number should be with 10 digits only. So this validation we can add using this validation option here in the Excel. And you, if you want to sort the data, just for example this is the data and I want to sort data based on the name, so I can use the sort option here and I can choose name here. So you can see data has been sorted based on the name. So these options we will mainly use or we will learn as we will go ahead learning the Excel. And now let me introduce you to the review tab. So review tab is nothing but review tab we are having some options here. You can see that proofing. So in proofing we are having grammar related option, so you can just check the spellings which you have added to the Excel. So it will check all these cells and the all the data mainly for spelling, and if there is a wrong spelling you have added, it will tell you and it will suggest that which spelling you should change. And you are having some comment section. Just for example, if you made change to this cell, like I would say status, and I can say that he is on leave. So here I am showing that Mike is on leave, then I can add comment here that he got some good news at home. So by default that comment will be hidden, and whenever somebody will come here and he will see that that Mike is on leave, and now if he want to see why he is on leave, he didn't told me that. So whosoever will add the data for Mike, he will just add a comment here, and he will see when we will hover our cursor over the cell, so you can see that comment will pop up automatically and it will show that why Mike is on leave. So we can see here that he got some good news at home, so he has gone to his home to enjoy that good news whatever is there. And some we are having here. So these are the changes. Mainly we can protect our sheet to make any, not to make any changes. Just for example, if you are sending your sheet to anybody, and just for example let me consider a simple scenario, like there is a your colleague in your company, and you have forwarded your Excel to that colleague, and then you asked your colleague to forward that Excel to your manager, and by mistake your colleague has done some changes in your Excel or in your report, and he has forwarded that Excel to your manager, then your manager will come to you and he will say that, hey man, what you have done, that is not expected, and why you have created that report, that was not expected mainly. So then you can just add the password to your Excel. So by adding password, whenever you will send your sheet to your colleague, so he will not be able to make changes in your Excel without the authentication. So these changes make sure that you are sending the right Excel, and nobody can make any changes in the data whatever you have prepared. Now this is the view ribbon here. So here in the view ribbon you can just make changes here in the view, which we can see here. So what we can do, we can just make changes to the view. If you want to see something like this, you want to add page breaks, or you want to see this as a normal, then if you want to split the windows here, so it will show, or it will split the window in 4 sections. So mainly in view we are having the options related to the view, and this is the developer tab. And as it is the Excel tutorial, so we will not be learning this developer tab here, because it is related to the Visual Basic Programming, which is the VBA. But I just wanted to tell you about this developer tab as well. So here we are having the options related to the Excel VBA programming, and by default this developer tab is hidden. So mainly I have just shown this developer tab. If you want to see that option from where, you can just hide, or you can just see this developer tab. So what you will have to do, you will have to just open the options, then you will have to go to the customize ribbon here. Then here you can just click on the this developer tab option here, and if I will click, you can see that developer tab is gone from the ribbons. And if I click on this developer tab again, so you can see that it is back again. Now one more thing which I just want to tell you, that you can see few icons here like save, redo and undo, undo and redo, and you can see this menu here, open recent file, and some options here. So it is nothing but it is the quick access toolbar, which is called the QUET in the Excel. Now one more important thing which I just want to tell you, that is the shortcut keys. So I want to tell you that how you can learn the shortcuts, because if you don't know the shortcuts of the Excel, then I would say that you are the slow worker of the Excel, because then you will have to use your mouse and you will hover your cursor here and there, you will see menus here. And if you know the shortcuts, so you can just use anything, you can just press the keys, you will not have to go to your mouse. So you can press key with the speeds. So I would say that if you know the shortcuts, so you can just complete your task as soon as possible, compared to the user which use the mouse. So if you want to use the shortcut, and if you want to learn the shortcut, so just for example, whenever we add the big data to any cell, so you can see that the data which we have added to the G7 cell is going to the 7 H, I and J column. So we want to just adjust this data to this cell only. So for that we are having the wrap text option here. So whenever we just use the wrap text, so what it does is it increases or it fits the content of the cell as per the height. So mainly wrap text function or option increases the height of the cell as per the content which is there in the cell. So just for example, right now what we have done, we have just uh, pressed the this wrap text option here from the home menu. Let me do this back again. Just for example, you are there in view tab and you just want to make changes or you want to apply the wrap text option to this cell. So what you will have to do, you will have to use your mouse, then you will go to home, then you will just click the wrap text here. And if you want to learn shortcut about that, just for example, if I know, like I know about shortcut of this, so I will just press the shortcut. So you can see that it has done the wrap text quickly, and you have not seen that I have not moved any cursor as well. And you can see that I can just move, I can apply, I can off this option quickly with the shortcut. So mainly when you want to learn the shortcut, so there is a simple way. So you can see there are various options here. So you should be aware about the shortcut of each and everything. So this thing you will learn when you will start working in the Excel. So I would say that nobody learn each and everything at a one shot. So whenever you will keep working on the Excel, so you will come to know about each and every shortcut keys which you work. But if you want to know about the shortcut key, just for example, what is the shortcut key for the wrap text, so you can use the steps which I am just going to explain right now. So just for example, if you want to know about the shortcut key of wrap text, so first thing you should be aware about that where is the wrap text. So first thing, you are aware that wrap text is there in the home ribbon. So now we want to learn or we want to see what is the shortcut key for the wrap text. So first we will just press the alt key once. So as we will just click or we will press the alt key once, so you can see that it will show you the small rectangular box with some options like F for file, home for H for home ribbon, and N for insert ribbon, and P for page layout ribbon, and same for M for formula, and same it is showing for data review and the developer tab, and it is showing you the options for the quit toolbar as well. So you can see that it is showing 1 for save, 2 for undo, and 3 for redo, and 4 for the quick exit toolbar option. Now where we are having the text wrap text option, so we are having that into the home ribbon. So then you will have to press H from your keyboard. So by pressing H, we will go into the home ribbon. Now you can see that now we are getting all the options for all the available values, all the available options which are there in the home ribbon. So here you can see that if you want to do cut, so we can press X now, or if you want to do copy, so we can press copy right now. So what we wanted to learn, we wanted to learn the wrap text shortcut. So you can see it is showing W here. So now we can press W. So wrap text is activated, but we just selected wrong cell here. So what is the shortcut for wrap text here? we will press Alt then H then W. Alt H W, Alt H W, Alt H W, Alt H W. So same thing we can do, or we can learn shortcut of everything which is there in the Excel. So just for example, we want to go into the insert menu, so we will press insert Alt then N, then we can use any option whatever we want. Just for example, we want to add some text box here. You can see here text box, so we can press X. So then we will have to click here. So text box is here. Now one more thing which I just want to tell you. Just for example, you have pressed Alt and then you have pressed, just for example, M. Then you want to go back to the ribbons options. So then you can press escape key from your keyboard. So you can see that options for ribbons are activated now. Then just for example, now you have selected or you have gone to the insert, so you will see that all the options or shortcut keys are here visible here in the insert menu. And you, if you want to go back to the options of the ribbons, you can just press the escape. And if you will press escape once more, these options will be gone. So like this you can learn shortcut keys for anything, but I will keep telling you the shortcut keys for each and everything. So if you just learn the shortcut keys which I tell you in the each and every classes, you will be aware about the keys. But if you want to learn more shortcut keys, so you can just learn with this way which I have explained you right now. So now I am done with the more basics about the Excel. So I think we have discussed most of the things which I just wanted to tell you. So now I think that you are aware about the basics of the Excel. So now we can just learn the Excel. So we will just start learning Excel in the next video. So I would say that before going to the next videos, please please learn these basic things, because I just want you to be awesome about the Excel. And if you don't know the basic, then how can you go with the advanced things? So please learn these basic things and these shortcut keys and each and everything which we have discussed so far. Then we will start learning the more about the Excel. So Excel is a good application, so we will do the Excel in the next videos. So I would say thanks for watching and keep watching the next videos.